All right, everybody, welcome to the first episode of Chicago Sports Takes. I'm your host, Charlie DiVincenzo, and today I want to talk about the Bears' blown lead, again, to the surprise of zero Chicago fans, 27-24 against the Minnesota Vikings. Some key points I want to talk about today. Caleb Williams, the defense, and how I believe Ben Johnson got completely outcoached by Kevin O'Connell. Let's start with the game in general. Disaster. We're up 17-6 at the end of the third quarter. They get a big holding call to kind of set them back. They had the ball at the 15-yard line. Caleb takes a grounding penalty. Cairo Santos misses a 50-yard field goal. As soon as he missed that field goal, I think every single person in the stadium knew what was about to happen. We've seen it a million times. This is just another one of those games, or so it felt, and so it was decided. The fans showed up. They showed out. They were so loud. That was the loudest I'd heard Soldier Field on TV in years. I mean, years and years and years since you've really heard that. It was a blown lead again, and it's due in part to a collapse by the defense, a total implosion by the offense. That's where I kind of wanted to start with Caleb Williams. Started 10 for 10. Beautiful start to the game. Ran in the touchdown, lowered the shoulder when he went in. It looked like this was going to be a blowout based on how he played the first drive and how J.J. McCarthy looked for 3 friggin' quarters. He looked like he was a kid lost in a candy store. He was wandering around in the pocket. The defense had him bottled up. They still managed to lose this game. Caleb, the accuracy, the deep ball accuracy, mid-ball accuracy is not there. It seems like it might be a bit of a timing problem, but unlike the majority of the media and the majority of Bears fans right now, I'm going to give this not a pass, but I'm just going to give it time. This is his third head coach and his fourth offensive coordinator in 18 games. That's as many as a lot of quarterbacks play in a season if you go to the playoffs. 3 head coaches, 4 offensive coordinators, 18 games. You don't see that too often. Timing through different offenses is different. Obviously, play calling is different. He's under center a lot more in this Ben Johnson offense because they want to set up that play action so badly. So I'm not going to put all of this on Caleb. Did he miss DJ Moore? Yes, he did. He was wide open and he missed him. Did he miss? I'm trying to think. I think he missed Kmet a couple times. Some of the routes over the middle, you'd see a ball sailing 10 yards over the head, down at the feet. Missed Zacchaeus a couple times, I believe. The accuracy has got to be a little bit better, but that has a lot to do with the timing. And I think as time goes on with this offense, that timing will come to him. Second thing I just wanted to touch on a little bit here. The defense played excellent through 3 quarters without Jalen Johnson, without Kyler Gordon, without TJ Edwards. Arguably your 3 best defensive players not on the field, and you still were killing this offense against a great play caller in Kevin O'Connell. And they absolutely did their job. At the end, they just ran out of gas. I mean, you're asking 5th-string guys to pitch a 2 field goal game. That's where you were going into the 4th. You allowed 6 points. I mean, it's just not really feasible. And when the offense starts delaying like they did in the 3rd and 4th, it gives the momentum to Minnesota. J.J. McCarthy, give him his flowers. He played nice at the end of that game. Obviously, they had him totally lost for 3 quarters. O'Connell finally opened up the playbook in the 4th, and, I mean, he made us pay. He lit us up. And he beat us. And that's just something we're going to have to live with. Now, it's week 1. You could freak out. You could be nervous. Or you could just take it as, okay, we had a chance to beat a very good team from last year. Remember, they were 13-4. I know a lot of people think that's fluky, but 13-4 is a great record. We would have killed to be 13-4. You just got to think of it as a stepping stone in the right direction, hopefully. Clean up some of the mistakes. The end of that game, just so hard to watch because it seems like you've watched it a million times, like I was saying earlier. As a Bears fan, how many times have you seen this? Everyone in this stadium knew what was going to happen after Santos missed that field goal. It just hurts. The last thing I want to talk about here, at least for this video, is Ben Johnson and how I believe he really got outcoached by Kevin O'Connell. I really don't even think it was close. O'Connell was letting McCarthy settle in early. He didn't tip his game plan. He was a lot of runs, a lot of screens, a lot of little short routes underneath, just getting McCarthy's mind right, or trying to at least. And eventually he just said, you know what, let's open it up. And it worked out for him. Ben Johnson called a beautiful first drive. I mean, really just walked him down. I think Williams went 6 for 6 on that first drive, had 20 or 30 yards rushing. I mean, he really, really looked good there under the scripted first couple plays, but after that, it didn't look too pretty. Something they'll work on, but Ben Johnson's got to learn to take the points. I know he comes from the Dan Campbell regime. I know he comes from that. He's going to have balls when it comes to play calling. But 4th and 3, chance to go up 10 early, just take the points. Take the points. There's no reason not to. I know you think you got the momentum on your side, but in the long run, it's going to help. Just take your points. It's a chip shot field goal. I know it's Santos. I know we got some concerns there, but anything under 45 yards for him is usually money. Man, Santos has got to go. That's another thing. I guess last thing, Santos has got to go. I mean, anything over 50, you just can't rely on him. You can't rely on a guy like that, and he's great with accuracy inside the 45. You get past the 45, and that percentage drops about 20 to 30%. I mean, that's a cliff. This guy just does not have the leg to kick at the professional level. Kicking the ball out of the end zone at the end of the game, also relying on a guy without a leg to do that, it's just those fine lines in coaching where Ben Johnson lost this game the other day. I mean, even if your plan was to kick it out of the end zone, they're going to get the ball to 35. So why not take the risk? Why not avoid the risk, I should say, and kick the ball out of bounds, give them the ball at the 40, and have the 2-minute warning and your timeout? It's just something I thought. Obviously, the onside kick was in question there. They didn't do that either. I understood they thought they would have a chance if they kicked it out of the end zone, but just kick it out of bounds. Just kick it out of bounds. Game would have been, you would have had a chance. You would have had the ball back with about 50-some seconds. You would have had a chance. And, that's where this game was lost in the fourth quarter. I mean, those first three quarters, beautiful. Fourth quarter, the game was lost like normal. So that's going to do it today. Bear down, and we'll see you next week.